Something major may be unfolding in Nigeria's legal and political space, and it is already generating intense conversations across the country. Reports circulating online and in several local discussions suggest that the Supreme Court may have issued an order affecting the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, also known as IPOB. If confirmed and fully implemented, this development could represent one of the most significant turning points in the long-running legal battle surrounding his case. For years, the situation involving Nnamdi Kanu has remained one of the most talked about legal and political matters in Nigeria. From courtrooms to community discussions, from television debates to social media conversations, many Nigerians have been closely following every update. Now, as new reports indicating that the Supreme Court may have ordered his immediate freedom are once again putting the spotlight on the judiciary, the federal government, and the broader national conversation about justice, unity, and political stability. Before we go deeper into what this development could mean, take a quick moment to support the channel. If you find updates like this helpful and you want to stay informed about major developments in Nigeria, make sure you like this video, share it with others who follow national affairs, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Your engagement helps more people stay informed. Now, let's take a step back and understand the background of this situation. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, ADO, has been at the center of a prolonged legal battle with the Nigerian government for several years. IPOB itself has been a controversial organization, with supporters describing it as a movement advocating self-determination for the Southeast, while the Nigerian government has officially designated it as a terrorist organization. Kanu was first arrested in 2015 on charges related to treason and other allegations tied to his activities and broadcasts. His arrest triggered widespread reactions, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria, where many people viewed the case through political and regional lenses. After spending time in detention, he was eventually granted bail in 2017 under strict conditions. However, things took another dramatic turn later that same year. Following military operations in parts of the southeast and rising tensions in the region, Kanu reportedly fled Nigeria. For several years afterward, his whereabouts remained uncertain to the Nigerian public. During that period, he continued broadcasting and speaking from abroad, often addressing supporters and discussing the Biafra agitation. Then, in 2021, another major development occurred. Authorities announced that Nnamdi Kanu had been arrested again and brought back to Nigeria to face trial. According to government officials at the time, the arrest involved international cooperation between Nigerian authorities and other countries. This move reignited debates about due process, extradition procedures, and the legal framework surrounding the case. Since then, the case has gone through multiple court proceedings. Different courts have issued rulings at various stages, some favoring the prosecution, others raising legal questions about the process used to bring Kanu back to Nigeria. At one point, the Court of Appeal ruled that the charges should be dismissed due to issues surrounding his rendition. However, the federal government later challenged that ruling, and the case continued moving through the judicial system. Because of these complex legal developments, many Nigerians have been waiting to see what the country's highest court would eventually decide. Now, according to recent discussions and reports circulating online, the Supreme Court may have delivered a ruling ordering Kanu's immediate release. At the time of recording this video, details remain limited. An official confirmation from court documents or government statements is still being closely watched. This is important because in Nigeria's legal system, the Supreme Court represents the final authority on constitutional and legal disputes. Once the Supreme Court delivers a judgment, there are typically no further avenues for appeal. If the reports are accurate, such a ruling could have several major implications. First, it would mark the conclusion of a long legal battle that has lasted nearly a decade. The case has involved multiple hearings, legal arguments, and constitutional questions, making it one of the most closely followed cases in the country. Second, it could influence the political atmosphere in parts of Nigeria, especially in the southeast, where the case has had a deep emotional and political impact. For many people in that region, the situation surrounding Nnamdi Kanu has become symbolic of broader conversations about representation, governance, and national unity. At the same time, others across the country have expressed concerns about security issues that have been linked, rightly or wrongly, to the tension surrounding the agitation. Because of these, any decision related to the case tends to generate strong reactions from different sides of the national conversation. Another important point to consider is the role of the judiciary. Many Nigerians often debate the independence and authority of the courts. A major ruling from the Supreme Court in such a sensitive case could shape public perception about how the legal system handles politically sensitive matters. Legal experts frequently say that cases like these are not only about the individuals involved, but also about the broader principles of law, due process, and constitutional rights. That is why people across Nigeria, lawyers, activists, political analysts, and everyday citizens tend to pay close attention whenever the courts deliver major rulings. Now, if the Supreme Court has indeed ordered immediate freedom, the next important question becomes implementation. In legal terms, once the Supreme Court delivers a final judgment, the expectation is that all relevant authorities will comply with that decision. However, in high-profile cases, the process of implementing such rulings can sometimes involve additional legal and administrative steps. Our observers will likely be watching closely to see how quickly any ruling is carried out and what official statements may follow from government institutions. Another factor that may shape reactions is the broader political environment in Nigeria. The country has experienced several moments where legal decisions intersect with political debates. Because of that, developments like these often spark nationwide conversations about governance, national unity, and the balance between security and civil liberties. For supporters of Kanu and the Biafra movement, reports of a possible release would likely be seen as a significant moment after years of legal struggles. For others, the focus may remain on maintaining stability and ensuring that any outcome contributes to peace and dialogue rather than for detention. And this is where the national conversation becomes particularly important. Nigeria is a diverse country with many perspectives and experiences. Issues that affect one region often have ripple effects across the entire nation. That is why developments involving major political or legal figures tend to capture attention far beyond the immediate communities. As people continue to analyze the situation, one thing remains clear: accurate information will be crucial. In moments like this, rumors can spread quickly on social media. That is why many observers are waiting for official confirmations, detailed court documents, and statements from relevant authorities before drawing final conclusions. If you appreciate clear explanations and updates like this is another good time to support the channel. Please like the video so more people can see it, share it with friends who follow Nigerian politics, subscribe if you want regular updates, and tell us your thoughts in the comments because your perspective matters in conversations like this. For now, Nigerians across the country and in the diaspora will likely continue monitoring the situation closely. Whether the reports turn out to be fully confirmed or whether additional legal details emerge in the coming hours or days, the discussion surrounding Nnamdi Kanu and the broader questions it raises about law, governance, and national dialogue is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. What matters most now is careful attention to verified information and calm discussion as the situation develops. And as always, staying informed and listening to different perspectives will help everyone better understand what these developments might mean for Nigeria moving forward.